Hi fam! Alright, I am making one last recipe for the night, and that is my tofu scramble. So, right now I just have all of my spices, I have nutritional yeast, and tofu, and that's really all it takes. And then I also have a cutting board down along with 2 towels that I'm going to use to press the tofu to take some of the water out of it. But first you just cut the side of the tofu. Oh geez, I just got that all over. Good thing there's a towel. Cut the side of it, and then I basically push down on the top and drain it over the sink. Take as much out that way, water out that way, and then take it out. I just get the organic tofu extra firm. I got that question the other day of like, what firmness do you use? I use the extra firm for really any like cooking recipes, and then the soft one you use for like smoothies, or I have these really good breakfast egg cups that you use the soft one for as well. So I have my tofu here, and what I do is I cut it in half. Try and go even all the way, and then I'll cut it in half again. If possible, you can do thirds, that's a little bit easier. Cut it down, and then what you're gonna do is nice and easy separate them. They do kind of fall apart, so you just got to be gentle with them. Set them, I have like 4 squares, and then I will take like 2 paper towels. You don't really need the paper towels, but it is pretty, you just have a lot to soak up. So lay the paper towels down, I press down on the tofu. Just kind of taking that water out of it so that when you cook it, it doesn't just like stick to the pan. And it like soaks up the flavor more. Everybody always is like nervous to try tofu, but truthfully, it really takes up any flavor that you put into it. So like this week, I'm gonna have it for my tofu scramble in the morning with a veggie sausage and either oatmeal or sweet potato. But then at night, we are having stuffed shells, so I'm actually going to, I'll make another live video on IGTV for that, but I'll take the tofu and like crush it all up and mix it with a bunch of spices and some spinach and stuff it into shells, and it kind of takes the place of ricotta cheese. So it not only has protein, but it's also a little bit healthier. So I'm excited to try that later this week. Alright, so got a decent amount out of it. And if you need to do more paper towels, you can. It's okay that it's still a little bit wet. You probably won't get all of it out. You just want to get it as good as you can. And then, okay. Alright, so I kind of do a little trick here. Flip it back on top of itself, and then do it the other way, just so I can not break it. Press it down again. Okay, so I have our tofu. Use it to pick it up. Stick it in a bowl. You can, I usually slice it in the bowl. Then it's just a little bit easier to mash down. Go both ways. You can keep it in cubes if you want. I use it for tofu scramble, so it's kind of like a replacement for eggs in the morning. So I just mash it up with a fork. Okay. Just mash it up. You can do it with your hands too, but it's a little cleaner. And then once you mash it up, it literally just looks like scrambled eggs. And the first ingredient is nutritional yeast. You can get this in any bulk section of a grocery store. They have it. That's where I got mine today, and it's super freaking cheap. This was $2 for this amount, and this will last me like a really long time, probably at least a couple of weeks. So I don't measure, literally just throw it in here. Do enough to like cover it. And nutritional yeast kind of has like a cheesy, nutty flavor. It also, a lot of vegans use it in their tofu because it has B vitamins in it, which is something you kind of like miss out on as a vegan. So to make sure that you get your recommended B vitamins, you can have nutritional yeast. So you just kind of mix it up. You can literally put as much as you want. Like I said, it does have that like nutty, cheesy flavor, so I'll be using that for the ricotta, kind of the faux ricotta in the stuffed shells later on too. Okay, then next ingredient is garlic. This is just garlic granules. And again, I don't really measure, I just kind of put as much as I think sounds good on there. Just sprinkle a little bit over the top. I have that. Then I have oregano. Let's do like probably 2 pinches of oregano. Thyme. I love thyme and rosemary in my tofu. It adds kind of like a brightness to it. It's really good. Okay. Thyme. Do rosemary. Rosemary is one of my all-time favorite spices. It smells so delicious, and it literally, you can put it on anything and it tastes so good. Okay, next major ingredient, chili powder. Like I said, you can really, I kind of make mine like a Mexican style tofu. So this is like my Mexican go-to spices. So just a little bit of chili powder. And the tofu is gonna soak all of these spices up, so you can really use a decent amount and it'll just kind of pick it up. Okay, that's chili powder. Do a little bit of cumin, however you say it. I kind of do about an equal amount of chili powder and cumin. And then a little bit of onion powder, maybe. Kind of like balled up. You can also just do fresh onions with it, so you don't really need onion powder, but it's pretty good. Okay, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of smoked paprika. That just adds like really good flavor. A little bit of cayenne because I love spiciness. And then turmeric. So this is what you really use for the color of the tofu scramble to make it look like eggs. But turmeric is also really, really good for inflammation and your joints. So you use a lot of it, probably like a tablespoon of it to get that flavor. So this is what it looks like. I literally just sprinkled on all of the spices. My nose is going crazy right now. And then you just mash it in there, stir it all up. Uh-oh, my light died. And that is your tofu scramble. Bye, guys.